Who was your favorite player growing up?
Cam Newton.
Best trash talker in the NFL?
Probably Leonard Fournette.
Oh, he talks a lot of trash.
Talks too much.
Oh, yeah, I had
Too
a little
much
back and forth
trash.
on Twitter
Too
as well.
much.
Okay. Favorite sports movie?
Rudy.
Most embarrassing song on your playlist?
Shakira.
That's not embarrassing.
Secure.
Hips don't lie.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Shakira is not
I
embarrassing.
mean, the way that I do it, it's probably embarrassing. Like,
All right.
Fair.
Last question. Weirdest thing about you that few people know?
I have a foot fetish.
A foot fetish?
Yeah.
You like toes?
Yeah.
People were wondering how we could shoehorn some Cowboys into a Super Bowl pod. Micah Parsons, that's how. My name's Dave. Welcome to Too Much Dip. It's Monday. Joining me in studio, we got Dillon. Dillon Shivery.
What's your favorite? What's your fetish, Davey? Why don't you share it with the class?
We'll get to that. I've got it on the rundown, Dave's fetishes.
Oh, just super quick. I would like to point out that not one but two of my long odds prop bets hit. Ball hitting the upright and the octopus, which I didn't even know what that was until our live stream. It hit.
I still don't know what that is.
If the same player scores a touchdown and then right afterward scores a 2-point conversion, that's the old octopus, Davey.
Oh, man, you probably could have made some money had you.
Had I actually bet it.
Yeah, why didn't you? Not the gambling type, huh?
It's not allowed in this state.
Ways around it. Hey, you know what is allowed in this state? KJ Ellis. He's actually in Wisconsin.
Yeah, just minor fine detail there in the small print. I won't call that a small cucking, but if we ran back the tape, Dillon did say that I took the one he was going to read next, and that one was the field goal off the upright. As soon as I saw that it hit, I was like, oh, look who was right. Look who was right. Completely forgot and didn't even notice the octopus until good dude Jake Locke let us know on Twitter that happened.
Put some
Luke,
respect
I knew
on
I was
his
going to.
name.
You heard the hesitation. I'm like, wait a minute.
Come on, man.
Got this about 50-50 shot. Yeah, until he let us know on Twitter, I did not even catch that live. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. How you doing, man? You look crisp.
I'm ready to perform at a high level today. I've just got, so many things preparing for off season, wondering what life's going to be like without football every weekend, week in and week out.
Oh, can't even imagine it. That's how much I love it.
There is no off season really, but college football, only like 36 weeks out or something like that.
Can't get here soon enough either way.
We almost didn't come in today, as today should be a national holiday.
Dude, yeah, we need to start that. We need to get a petition going, bro.
I know.
KJ,
is there anything that
oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry,
I was going to say, is there anything that you genuinely probably agreed with as that statement? Like, I feel like I really felt that as like a 20-something-year-old. And as like a 30-something-year-old, I was like, looking back, I'm like, I don't even know why I bother to glance if President's Day is a holiday, much less am I fighting for post Super Bowl day off.
Well, Dave was really upset we had to come into work today because he was out drinking and driving all night, and he wanted to be able to sleep in.
A drinking and driving joke from Dillon.
We talked about it on Circling Back.
This is a different show.
We talked about it Circling Back. Someone was going at Will because he made a joke, and someone was like, "Yeah, but think about it. People are all over the road tonight. I'm driving back from a Super Bowl party. I've had a little to drink."
That person was very dumb.
That rationale, are you still drunk?
That person needs to take a few classes in logic and reasoning. It was not smart.
Yeah, we don't condone that, for the record.
Jeez.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
KJ, were you following the skies? I mean, you're a Great Lakes guy now. Were you? Did you have your eye to the sky last night?
In fact, you're referencing what are we calling it? Unidentified object, the balloon.
It's an alien invasion.
An aerial phenomenon.
aerial phenomenon that was shot down over Lake Huron. It did cross over the great skies of Wisconsin, and in fact, the planes that shot it down took off from Truex Air Force Base. Whatever. It's the same airport as Madison Airport. Like as if DFW and Alliance were one thing, planes took off from the same area.
Oh, sick.
So, I could have been on one. I didn't get there in time. Like they left. I had to like get the kids situated, then catch an Uber. And they're like, no, we've got to go now. So they left me back.
Back to the foot fetish thing.
Right.
Does Micah know? Okay, normally when someone has a foot fetish, and this might be cred to Micah Parsons, that is, not Micah Weiner, but cred to him too for other things. Normally when someone like gets you to say something like that, they have to really pry it out of you. Like, come on, like really press, like, just tell us you got something. There's some little kink you got. He offered that up real easy.
You gotta respect that he offered it up with confidence. He was like, yeah, I've got a foot fetish.
I wonder how far that goes. Is it like he likes looking at feet pics? Does he like massaging feet? Does he like sucking toes?
If you own something like that, people can't use it against you,
It's true.
There's that. And I think he's just good at media. He's all over social media. Some, including myself, might say a little much. I don't think he is a Twitch guy like Austin Eckler, still not even just put pandemic Twitch guy, but like week in, week out, does live streams. It's a big part of his off-field persona. I don't think Micah Parsons is that guy, but I definitely think Micah Parsons is a guy who sees like post-career being on NFL Network is like, primary option for him.
Yeah, and I mean, there is precedent for someone with a foot fetish ending up on a round table pregame.
That's facts, Dave.
I mean, so you can't say
so
it's
you
that
buy
weird.
that it's legitimate. Like he really actually has one that he wasn't just trying to be like
Parsons or Rex Ryan?
TV guy.
Parsons?
Parsons.
Yeah, yeah. Why else would you say that? That's not something you just float out there.
I gotta wonder if they gave him the questions beforehand, because all of his answers, if you heard that clip, if you listened to the entire intro, they came out very quickly. And I believe that Micah Parsons is quick on his feet. You kind of have to be a guy who can play all over the field like that.
Quick to suck on them too.
Quick at sucking on them. That's
Feet.
good.
Quick on them, sucks on them.
Okay. This occurred at Super Bowl Media Row Week, whatever, where you often see players, current and former players, shepherded around by brands. Good dude Jake Kemp, who was on our live stream Thursday night, notably interviewed Micah Parsons last year when he was being, I guess he was doing an ambassadorship, however you want to call it, endorsement walk around for Pizza Hut when they were doing the spicy pizza. And which they would like dare a radio host or TV host to like eat a slice on live radio or TV. Jake, being the sicko that he is, finished the whole pizza with all the extra spice, completely blew Micah's mind. I'm going to offer one other possibility here because I don't know if Micah had like a brand he was working with all week. By all accounts, it doesn't sound like he did. But maybe not only did he have the questions beforehand, oftentimes, like, they would bring questions with them. Like, guests and their, like, hosts would be like, hey, do you want to interview Reggie Miller about nutrigenics? Here's 5 questions you can ask him. And you get 2 minutes for everything else. And, like, Micah's questions are like, I'm just here on my own. Here's my 5 rapid-fire questions. Hit me with them.
I really want people to know that my little guilty pleasure is Shakira. Which, by the way, there's no shame in that whatsoever.
Fair.
No.
Very fair.
But it is interesting because that's a question. If somebody hits me with that, and I got a headset on and we're doing a presser, some kind of press junket deal, I need to think about that because I don't know. I've got a lot of embarrassing shit. I don't know what I'm going to fire out there.
I'm all over the map, dog.
I've been doing a lot of Bad Bunny.
I'll hit you with some Miley.
I fucking love Bad Bunny, dude.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I just love the beat.
Because I shouldn't be surprised. He is a very popular musician.
One of the most popular.
Doesn't do much for me, but hey, I respect your shit. You feel me?
I mean, I genuinely enjoyed Hillary Duff's music catalog well before I enjoyed like her acting.
Oh, is that right?
Big fan of Coming Clean.
That's usually the best way to do it. Hey, it says here on the rundown.
You can Google it.
What does it say?
It says who bricked their Super Bowl experience. Does somebody want to step up? Did somebody?
I'll own it. I'll own this. I was going to ask you fellas what you did for yours, but I assume you talked a little bit about it on Circling Back. So tell the people to go listen there when they have a chance. Right out of the gate, I asked Dillon on Thursday, I believe, how he felt about me potentially smoking some meats, knowing that it was going to be for party of one. Followed that advice, picked up a nice plate of short ribs or beef plate ribs, which I highly recommend to people. Go with plate ribs instead of doing a brisket. Product can be equally great. As any good dad and good dude would, when your timing is off on smoking meats or preparing dinner in general, it's always good to have a za as a fallback card. So picked up a few. I don't know how you want to describe it, but like they're grocery store frozen pizzas, but like made by this like little boutique grocery store. So it's not like,
you don't feel completely pathetic.
Exactly. So did that. That was perfect. However, as I am the father of a 2.5-year-old and timing can be unpredictable, little dude chose to have a full-blown tantrum about 5 minutes before halftime, which led to me completely missing my, hey, let's go check in on the ribs, make sure temps don't get out of hand window, get them out, get them rested. Completely bricked the rib situation.
Oh, no.
Spent all day with the ribs on the smoker. Temps got a little carried away late in the game and just completely whiffed. Not only that, but I had to go back and watch the halftime show and the second half after the fact because we went straight to bath time and bedtime, and I caught the final 2 to 3 minutes of the game live, and everything else was just black hole.
That's tough. I had a buddy with a similar story who had a brisket, and a brisket's quite the investment, and he missed his timer, and I think you're supposed to pull a brisket at what, like 200, 202 or something. He pulled it at 210.
Let it carry.
He pulled it at 210, and it looked like beef jerky. I hate to put him on blast like that, but it didn't look good. He knew it too.
He was on his Lincoln Riley bullshit.
He was on that Lincoln shit. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Poor guy.
You missed Bad Girl RiRi then, KJ.
I missed it live, definitely. I have since rewatched it in preparation for our show. Like if we weren't doing the show, I probably wouldn't have caught the halftime show until I don't know, maybe this weekend.
She brought it, man.
I made a note to go back and watch all the goods and the progression of each drive. So I'll own this one. We'll get them next week for, I don't know, the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah. We'll plan accordingly.
Exactly.
Do you want to talk halftime right now? Now that we're already doing it. Give us your takes.
Might as well.
Give us your takes, KJ. You're the big Rihanna guy.
It reminded me a lot of when Miss Frizzle and the class went into Ralphie early in Magic School Bus, and you got a good scene of like what red blood cells and white blood cells look like. Like that's the overall aesthetic that I was feeling.
That's a
which
good
put
reference.
me in a good place. Love Miss Frizzle. Show is dope. Holds up even. I have no qualms or concerns regarding, not that anybody's like coming out with a hot take regarding like her performing whilst pregnant or post childbirth. I'm not entirely sure.
They probably are.
But I think that it was, kudos to her for not leaning on any features, on any guest appearances, not feeling like obligated to like overdo the choreography. I think Dillon will share his takes a bit on the singing, but like the overall performance was visually stunning. Like the levitating stage bit will never get old. I don't care how harnessed in you are and like how secure that is. Like just imagine just going up and down on that thing, just like having to go live on a platform and answer like 10 questions as it's like going up and down, like freaking Mario Brothers level. Like I don't know that I'd be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm out on that. I thought she was. Look, I love Rihanna. She can do no wrong in my book. She got some criticism for not being like, super active and dancing all over the place. She was 6 months pregnant. Like she was like very pregnant. She's great. The vocals, she had like a backup track, so it wasn't like purely her vocals, but she brought it. She's great. Great voice. Played the hits. Visually, I enjoyed it. Like you said, the stages going up and down. That shit was cool. Big fan. Big fan.
KJ, were there any particular moments, any maybe moves that she did that caught your attention?
Because it surely caught Dave's attention.
It didn't catch my two co-hosts in circling back, even
This
though
is
the
the
entire
over the
internet was
kitchen
talking about
sink.
it. Excuse me?
Is this the long snapper move?
No, that was one. I did see that. I don't know. I hadn't heard of it referred to like that, but
We did get also by her, I don't know if you want to call them backup dancers. All of the dancers like pulled the limbo pelvic thrust at one point, which I thought was always a good move. And I did catch myself like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's just our age bracket or me just getting older, but like growing up when like Janet Jackson was prime youth memory section and like all of the fallout from that, where we got a bunch of, safe, crappy, classic bands afterwards. Like, I feel like I was wired to always expect really, really conservative approaches from performances. Like even last year was hip hop, but there wasn't a lot of like the dancing part of it. There were dancers, but that wasn't the highlight of it. And this one was like a lot more aggressive in terms of like, hey, we're going to Elvis pelvic thrust the shit out of this entire performance and you're going to see it. So I don't know. That stood out to me, but maybe I was, I don't know, exposing my Micah Weiner Nick fetish. That's what I call his like Nick Adams obsession, by the way.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Mike has kind of taken over the Nick thing from you. He's taken. Yeah, you handed him the torch.
I'm letting him run with it. He's doing a great job.
I think you should. I think you're picking a good time to tap out before like.
Yeah, he tapped in.
Yeah, you got what you needed out of it, and now it's like as Nick goes further and further down the grift. It's like, all right, get out before something real bad happens, and I'm tied to it.
He did have one this morning that I might want to share if that's okay.
He can't quit it. He can't
quit
it.
Just one.
Find it. And I'm going to talk about our good friends at Rome.
I found it. You go ahead and then I'll share.
Thank you. Dillon, how good do you feel when you walk out and you're not breaking a fit? Like you look good.
Oh my gosh.
How much does that change the game?
It's an absolute game changer.
For example, over the weekend, we met up with our friend Barrett Dudley, and I didn't know he was even meeting us out. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to be at my best when I see Barrett.
You shared that with the group.
Well, we got our good friends at Roan. We've got the Commuter Collection. Men's closets were due for a radical reinvention, and Roan stepped up. That Commuter Collection I referred to, it's the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man, and here's why. Roan helps you get ready for any occasion with the Commuter Collection, which offers the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos. I'm rocking the joggers right now, the Commuter joggers, Commuter pants.
Oh, shit.
They're awesome.
You're not kidding.
They're very versatile. You never have to worry about what to wear when you have the Roan Commuter Collection. Their comfortable full-waist stretch fabric provides breathability and flexibility that leaves you free to enjoy what life throws your way, from your commute to work to your 18 holes of golf. It's time to feel confident without the hassle. With Roan's wrinkle-free release technology, wrinkles disappear as you stretch and wear the products. It's that easy. I think we all got the Commuter pants and the white, button down.
White button down. I also got some fleece pants, as well as a matching fleece hoodie, which are wildly comfortable.
They look good on you too.
Well,
we're not surprised.
No.
And check this out, the odor-free technology.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go odor-free.
Won't catch me smelling, Dave.
With Gold Fusion anti-odor tech, you'll be smelling fresh and clean all day long. And on top of that, Roan is 100% machine washable, so you can ditch the dry cleaner altogether. That's huge. We love it. Nobody likes going to the dry cleaner. Just throw it in the washer. Boom. The commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to rhone.com/bang. That's RHONE.com/bang and use promo code BANG to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to rhone.com/bang and use code BANG. It's time to find your corner office comfort. Hit us with the tweet, Daddy.
Yeah, so it's a video of former President Donald Trump from 1992.
Okay.
And he's at Pilot Field in Buffalo. And it's, like I said, 92. Chris Collinsworth is also in this video. I'm not sure if it's during his playing days or right after. But must have been after, right? Yeah, 92. Here's the tweet. Even 30 years ago, Donald Trump's athletic prowess was known to the masses. The ball just comes out of his hand a little differently, with a little bit more zip, and with pinpoint accuracy. It's a video of him just throwing a ball like 7 yards through a hole in a tarp. There's nothing impressive about it at all. But I got a hearty chuckle out of it.
I need to see this video.
It's great.
I'm really excited. Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
I
this
can't
is
imagine him doing anything
a Nick
athletic.
Adams exclusive.
Well, that's the point of it, Dave. It's really not athletic, you know.
It sounds like it might be. Did you see what he's calling Ron DeSantis behind closed doors? Tell me if this is a banger.
Sanctimonious?
Nope. We moved on. We're now calling him Meatball Ron. Which I don't know if Ron DeSantis is in any way Italian, but I feel like that's derogatory.
Oh.
And yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. We'll see. But Meatball Ron, Sleepy Joe, Meatball Ron.
Wow.
The sanctimonious just wasn't gonna latch on, in my opinion. Too many syllables. And most people don't even know
Way
what
too
sanctimonious means.
And then anyways. Wow. Okay.
You want to talk about the big
What
game?
else about the Super Bowl would we like to discuss? But I guess anything outside of the on-field content that we want to hit on.
I wanted to
did
give
y'all do commercials? Did y'all do comms talk already?
No, not really.
We didn't really talk commercials. I feel like commercials are a bit watered down compared to years past. Anyone else get that feeling? There's still a couple heaters in there, but you used to just bring it every spot.
Well, you didn't know. You never got to see any, in the 90s, pre-Twitter, most people being on the internet, they would you just watch to see what's going to come my way. Then you see like Budweiser frogs or something, right? Now it's like there's everybody that has one. If they don't just put the commercial out before, they're getting write-ups in like TechCrunch or something. And like, kind of what's coming, like, oh, Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston are going to be doing something. So you know what to anticipate. It takes the sting out of it. What, KJ?
Having said that, did you see anything and you're like, oh, they won the internet today? Like, were those words uttered at any point for you?
No one in my home said that, thank God.
I saw a lot of booty chatter about the anti-Tesla spot.
Oh,
Okay. I
don't
think
recall.
it might have been local.
Oh, really?
That was what Brett said.
Are you okay?
There was
There's like an organization against autonomous vehicles and how they're dangerous. And this particular commercial featured a Tesla just absolutely pulverizing a crash test dummy on the street, and it was just kind of funny.
the head rolls off.
Head rolls
and
off.
rolls down the street. And
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be funny, but like it's just a total hit piece on Tesla, and it was hilariously timed because like the prior they showed Elon Musk like 10 minutes prior, then all of a sudden you're seeing this this takedown of Tesla. I thought the Diddy one was really good too.
Oh yeah, the Uber one.
Was that Uber?
I think I caught that one live.
It wasn't good
I
enough
like
for me
that
to
one.
know the product they were hawking. I just enjoyed the cameos from the musicians of my past.
I did enjoy that, but Dillon's kind of brings up a good point. Like, I need a little light, something similar to what you get with like live sports. They put the banner up, ESPN, then you have a little live logo underneath, so you're not, or replay if that is. I need a regional or national commercial like indicator. Can I talk about this?
Well, there is
publicly or not?
There is an HEB one, and I had to like think. I was like, wait, is HEB like how big's HEB now? I'm like, there's no way.
Nah.
Nah, them butts are in Texas almost exclusively.
Oh,
The
he was
only one I
making
feel like
a Herbert Butts joke.
the only one that stood out on my end, like that kind of stuck with me, or I felt like was worth mentioning. I think Melissa McCarthy got like whatever brand that was the most viewed. But I gotta say, there are so many people in the Fast and Furious movie trailer that I genuinely thought I was watching a different movie halfway into the trailer. Like Vin Diesel starts off and I'm like, I thought you were dead. Jason Momoa's in this thing. John Cena's in this movie. Captain Marvel lady is in the movie. Charlize Theron. Like there's like 15 people in the trailer. And I'm like, I respect its greatness. I will catch up at Fast 15, but that was the one time where I was like, wait, is this a parody for like 6 other commercials or is this the real thing? They're like, fuck it. You'll watch it anyway was the tagline.
I will. I think I have 6 Fast movies to watch before I get to this one. So I got some work to do, but I will do it.
The Flash looks kind of dope too. You catch that one?
I didn't catch that one. Who's playing Flash?
I don't remember.
Okay.
So
Randy
fast.
probably knows. Randy Papon.
The
Tell
kid
us
who's getting
yeah, Ezra Miller. I think that's
I
it.
thought that
Yeah.
dude was like not
in light of his
untouchable.
17 arrests.
They filmed too much of the movie they had to finish it out, but they're like cutting all ties with them and they're resetting the whole DCU anyway. So
Didn't he like beat up a fan or like doesn't he?
he's done a lot of things.
He's just wild as hell. Not good. Thanks, Randy. That's our entertainment correspondent, Randy Trimbacki. Good stuff. Did you think it was going to be a
Okay.
good night for Philly when their fans were flipping cars before the game? Couldn't wait.
They couldn't wait. Yeah, that was great.
I
That
went
was
to
probably
local
some-
news interview with like the owner of the car. He's like, I cannot believe these people and what they're doing to cars. Like I was flipping Joe's car down the street. I let them know I parked here to attend the car flipping event. We weren't supposed to flip each other's cars.
Thought we
We're on
had
the
a,
same team. This
thought we
is
had
an
a deal.
outrage.
If it's Super Bowl Sunday and you live in Philadelphia and your team's in the game, you can't leave your car out in like a bar district or wherever. I don't know what that neighborhood was, but you gotta put that thing in a garage somewhere. Go park it at your folks' house for the weekend or something.
You got to just take an Uber because, as you noted,
Or Uber.
a lot of drunk drivers out there anyway. So you don't want to be on the roads if you don't have to be.
Yeah.
No, I was worried it was going to be just like a delivery driver, like a Uber Eats guy who just ran in, was just trying to get some money on Super Bowl Sunday. There's a surge fee.
Left his car for 45 seconds, came
Comes-
back, and it was on its top.
His car's on fire. He's like, well, there goes my source of income.
If he was really smart, the brand activation I need is, back in my day when we had boxers that would just get like golden nug on their tattooed on their back or whatever the hell it was.
Oh,
I need the bottom of the car to be spray painted with like a huge Netflix Plus logo. And they flip the car and you're like 10 million engagements with this one video. And it's all just a Netflix ploy.
I wonder if they at least had the courtesy to steal the guy's catalytic converter because you can get like $1,100 on the streets with one of those, man.
It's a big problem right now, Dave. Don't encourage that.
I'm just saying, like, hopefully they were able to salvage it for parts, get it down to the scrapyard.
I think it's okay once you flip it back.
I don't think it.
Yeah, I mean, the roof's caved in. You fix that roof. You're
You
good
got
to
a
go.
drop top,
Yeah.
drive around with the titties out.
It's like when a turtle gets flipped over and it's just stuck there.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's a little different.
I was
but
supposed to say
it
it's
is
kind of
different.
depressing.
Yeah.
it's like, he can't even flip him over himself.
No, he can't. He's gonna have to sit there till a predator comes along. Any issues with the field? I thought the field was great. What the fuck, man? How do you?
I feel like we see-
how?
Yeah, I don't know. We see this almost every Super Bowl. I did see the article where players, they agreed it was bad. The whole comment of like, well, both teams had to play on. I get it. We've seen it in the past, mostly when it's like after halftime, the field is worse, or somebody brings that up, like the people running on the field and the stage or whatever ruin the field. It's kind of a brick for them because that's the Cardinals' whole bit. Isn't this the field that gets rolled outside and like grown outdoors?
Yeah. They had clips of that. And Greg Olson was also talking about how the painted surface was slippery. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
The big, NFL logo in the middle of the field was painted over, was apparently slick. And so that last field goal, the go-ahead winning field goal for the Chiefs, it was like barely on the paint. He's like, oh, I wonder if this is in Butker's brain that, he's going to have to, his plant foot is going to be on the slippery surface. But obviously it ended up being okay for him.
You think somebody was out there like ghost riding their whip and you just had candy paint dripping all over the field? That'd be messed up, and I don't think that would happen, but that's something you have to think about.
That seems a little far-fetched, but
unlikely.
I can't rule it out.
Yeah, it probably didn't happen. Overall, though, Olsen and Burkhart, pretty good. I enjoyed my Greg Olsen experience.
Yeah, presentation in general, I was very, very pleased with. They did a great job. I could have had one or two fewer shots from the booth where the camera then hovers over their shoulder and why don't you look out there onto the field?
Yeah.
One less of those and I would have been very happy.
I had a thought that Greg Olsen's pretty new at this, right? This is a major gig for him, is it not? Calling the Super Bowl? This is what his second year. What his second year doing color?
I don't think he even did a playoff game last year.
Yeah.
I think he just
he's good though. I really he has a little Romo in him that he'll break down stuff for the layperson that you don't really know but he doesn't do it in a this is how much I know about football way, in more practical terms. I enjoy Greg Olsen a lot. Yeah.
He's man, hard to not slight Romo, but Olsen is just better at putting together coherent thoughts and not just leaving open-ended statements and you're like, are you done? Whereas Romo this year, I don't know, man. It's just what happened? The novelties worn off.
There were a lot of articles written on Romo and the interventions that were attempted to try to get him to do his job, which was prepare for the games. One of the points I heard brought up was just acknowledging Romo in general, right out of the league, was making a lot of points that you could assume that other players right out of the league could have made. Greg Olsen being in a similar position, I want to see him 3 to 5 years from now to assume the preparation is going to continue, that he's not just relying on familiarity with schemes at that point in his career. Anyways,
on Greg Olsen, although I did say I really enjoy him, I do. I completely disagree with his take on that holding call, which I know we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get there. Yeah.
All right. The holding call. James Bradbury was the defensive back who held Juju Smith-Schuster. A lot of controversy, Dave. Very crucial point in the game.
I'd say so.
A lot of people, including Greg Olsen, said that a call like that's maybe marginal shouldn't be flagged in a moment that important. Why? Why is that? Truly, if it's by the book, it was a holding call.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really is disputing that now. Even Bradbury admitted,
right,
rather graciously, I might say,
but
that
there's this sentiment from that a lot of people share that it's in crucial moments of game, just let him go play. That's bullshit. Are you going to let someone be a little bit offsides?
Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, no, I
if it's a flag, if it's a penalty, you call the penalty. That's how the game goes.
It does suck that is the ending of the game. That led to the game being over for Philadelphia, right? But it's not, no one is disputing whether that was a hold or not. It's just a dispute of should you call it. And it's you can't really put that on the ref hey, so what do? You tell them hey, if it's under 5 minutes, kind of let them play a little bit. What?
Yeah,
it's a really weird distinction to draw.
Should you be able to hit the quarterback a little bit late or kind of hold along the offensive line or line up a little bit off sides? It's bullshit. If it's a penalty, you call the penalty. That's how the game goes.
KJ's being quiet over there. I think KJ might disagree.
No, I think you're spot on. I think the only point I would make is penalties. Yes, the whole a penalty could be called on every play. Yeah, but it's a lot of it has to do with where the attention is being paid during that play for the penalty to be called or not. It's not so much that they're just letting it go. Like I don't know why it's just burned in my brain. We talked about the Commanders, too many men on the field penalty.
Yeah.
Right before the end of the season. And like, that's one where like, I will completely contradict myself and say like, hey, ref, you're kind of just being a dick. Like communication was had between you and the receiver. Like that's not on you to call. However, in these other situations, like they threw the ball to that player. This wasn't a backside, not involved in the play situation.
Great point.
We don't know what the outcome would have been had the hold not occurred. Like the ball was overthrown, but if the hold doesn't occur and Juju Smith-Schuster beats him outside, like then is he in a better position, or are they in a better position to where Patrick knows, okay, I can leave a little bit more air under this, and it just needs to get out there and give him a shot. Maybe he overthrows it anyway without the hold, and it's an incomplete pass. So, like, I agree. You got to call it. It's unfortunate. Shouts to James Bradbury and Ray Bradbury for Fahrenheit 451 and all those good things. But owning the fact that this was a penalty in the post-game interview, I think that was a tremendous display of, like, being a professional. Similar to what we saw in the Bengals game.
I think,
like, it's just great to see that happen.
him doing that probably saved a number of parked vehicles in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Called off the dogs a little bit. Like, hey,
Yeah.
whoa, hey.
Yeah.
He could have really stirred the pot.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great point that if that happened on the other side of the field, like, that's not getting called, right? Very unlikely.
If I doubt the attention would have been there.
It
you know what I
wouldn't
mean?
have been, yes.
Like the ref's eyes kind of follow the flow of the game a little bit, and the quarterback's looking that way. I mean, it is the sideline judge who threw the flag, I believe, and it was nearest to him. But I just don't see it happening if the formation is all the way on the left, like in all the actions over there. It's likely to not have been called.
And let's look at the other side of it. If it's not called and it's then fourth down, Chiefs, and they have to kick a longer field goal to tie it up or to go ahead by 3 with like a minute and a half left, Chiefs fans would have been the ones calling bullshit on it, So either way, someone's going to be pissed off here. Props to the ref for actually seeing the hold because it wasn't blatant, but there was a hold there. So well done, I think.
Travis Kelce. What are we going to do about this guy? Probably behind Jason Witten, the greatest tight end in the history of the NFL. I'm kidding. No, he's goated. I will give him that. I think. People will maybe say Gronk, Antonio
Gates.
Oh,
right.
He was
Antonio Tony
Gates.
Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez.
Tony
Gonzalez.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
That's why Whitney Anthony.
You would have thought this was the first time he's ever been to a Super Bowl, because after the fact, you can't just let Mahomes talk to Aaron. You have to go over there and just linger and just yell nonsense. It didn't look. I get you're excited in the moment, but God, dude, have something else.
Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce seem to have like opposite ends of the spectrum personalities.
Agree.
Jason Kelce is just much more just like, I don't know, buttoned up, reserved.
I think he's a little bit more outdoorsy. I think he's just kind of a guy's guy.
Yeah. Travis goes to the club. Jason goes to the ranch.
That's a great way to look at it. And not the ranch on 6th Street.
No.
Different ranch.
Yes.
Not Ranch 616 or whatever.
Probably not ranch.
Yeah, I guess thinking back to what was it, Jason Kelce wearing that big, I don't even know what you call the hat, like the Sultan hat at the Eagles celebration when they won. So like we know he's got personality in there. They're both clearly big personalities for sure. It's just if we want to talk about having the same set of inputs as brothers and different outputs,
Mahomes
can also talk the post-game experience of the Mahomes brothers.
Oh my
too.
God.
Yeah, I should take my sights off of Travis and kind of take a look over at what our good buddy Jackson Mahomes was doing, putting on a clinic. Dude, loving it. He knows he's in the middle of the next dynasty. He's got the baby goat, Dillon.
I am not,
as you are aware.
I'm not proud of how much real estate Jackson Mahomes has in my head. The dude bothers me so much.
You got to let it go.
It bothers me so much. His phone is always out. He's always recording something. He can't stop chasing clout. Like, your brother is literally the best football player in the world. We know who you are. You don't have to record every single moment and go straight to TikTok with it. The moments right after they win, of course, he has a fucking field pass, but he's out there.
Well, yeah, his family.
He's out there, and it's like confetti's falling down, and his brother's hoisting a trophy, and it's like, wow, this is a cool fucking moment, and he's making a fucking TikTok, numerous TikToks.
Yeah, I bet they're doing numbers.
It's absolutely insufferable. I cannot stand the kid.
I'm guessing he doesn't live in Texas because what's he going to do when Greg Abbott outlaws TikTok?
Now he just move across the state line.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go rogue. He's gonna have to get a VPN or whatever. Is that right?
Like, what is he?
I don't know.
Shout out NordVPN.
Shout him out.
What is he fucking doing?
Former sponsor.
What is he doing?
It looks like he's doing numbers.
No one's ever ridden coattails to the degree that Jackson Mahomes is riding coattails.
It's his brother. It's his baby
I know it's
bro.
your brother, but your entire identity is this guy's brother. Like, that's who you are.
Right. Brothers for life.
So we find out Jackson's in town. Huge backer, wants to come on the show, talk a little sports, equestrian and whatnot. Dillon, are you saying nah?
We'll have him on.
You're gonna have to face up to him.
I'm okay with that.
Own your takes.
I will tell him my takes.
And you know what? I'm gonna be sitting next to him, and the whole time he's gonna pull out his phone and do like a dope dance, and I'm gonna be in the background. I'm gonna get a little taste of that Mahomes clout. I just want to dip my beak in.
I asked him a serious question. Look over. He's got his phone out. He's got his tongue. He's doing like the hype house shit. Like,
ooh, is that what's next for Jackson? Is he going to end up in a TikTok house? That would be a nice turn of events. I want that to happen. Because I will say
he's 22 now. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's not a kid. He's not a teenager anymore. Like,
he's a full grown adult in that world, huh?
Tall fella too.
They showed Mahomes walking to the sideline before the game to give his wife a hug, and of course Jackson is standing next to her. Instead of just like dapping him up, saying good luck, he pulls his phone out and records his brother walking up to his wife. It's like, just stop.
Yeah, he's just having a moment with the fam.
Stop.
I will say this.
Phone away.
He does kill those dance moves. He's good. He practices. He puts in the work. He's not just.
He knows
some spare like us, like trying to hit the gritty for a vid.
He knows all the words to all these little TikTok songs. Like he does it. He syncs up perfectly.
Saying
with them.
little.
Knows
Keep
exactly
saying little
what
TikTok.
He rehearses all of this shit.
Little TikTok, meatball run.
I'm embarrassed as someone who should be in tune with the content game. When I sent you all the video of seeing him behind the post game table. I immediately thought this is me going above and beyond just to like point out, hey, there's Jackson, figuring he'd been spotted elsewhere. Little did I realize, no, TMZ and half the internet was like, oh, that was the moment that we wanted to burn Jackson Mahomes on too. And I'm like, shit, I should have been paying attention. I didn't realize he'd been relatively quiet up until the Super Bowl. So, shouts to him, 2-time Super Bowl champion winning brother.
Dillon, you look so put off. You can't even do a segment on it without just.
I told you, I'm not proud how much real estate this dude has in my head. I need to get over it, but I'm having trouble.
I think more so than Jackson, I want Mr. Mahomes. I want Mahomes Sr. on this show.
More shocking to me that Patrick Mahomes' brother is Jackson Mahomes is that Patrick Mahomes Sr. That's his offspring. What is going on there? He seems to be the coolest motherfucker on the planet, talking about smoking Philly blunts after the game. And meanwhile, Jackson's over there lip singing whatever it is with his phone pointed at his face. I don't get it.
Well, you don't want your son to smoke Philly blunts.
I'd rather my son smoke Philly blunts than to record 20 TikToks a day.
I'm going to remember this in about 5 years when Parks is just cranking out TikToks.
Oh, my God.
This is the equivalent of Toby from The Office being the Kelce brothers' dad. And maybe it's not even that. Actually, no, I'm going to go with that because I don't think Patrick Mahomes Sr. is as evident in either personality. I'm going to go with, Toby from The Office. If that was the Kelce brothers' dad, I feel like that's what the equivalence is here.
Sure. Yeah. It's bizarre.
Dude,
It's bizarre.
he is I feel like he's been kind of behind the scenes up until this playoff run, or this is the most out there he's been. And
For somebody that was a professional athlete and like
Correct.
deserves the spotlight. Like,
he's done so much with his FaceTime this
Yeah.
time around. It's been amazing.
But why doesn't either Mahomes Jr. or Senior just go up to Jackson and just be like,
okay.
can you fucking not? Can you just stop? You know you're embarrassing us, right? Like, why does that not happen?
He's killing
it could be worse. It could be worse. It's the most obnoxious that it could be. I will just offer, unless you're related to Sean Taylor and his memorial, like,
oh no.
it's fairly harmlessly obnoxious. Unless you're in Dillon's brain space, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't
What's this
just take
fun
a
football
sec.
It's
stat
unhealthy.
stuff?
Let's look, dude. Look, hey, Randy, pull up the graph I sent you, or the chart. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't talk. I made fun of Romo, and I can't talk. I do a damn podcast. This is from Marcus Mosher. I think he's from Pro Football Focus. He's a big Cowboys guy. But this is interesting. Super Bowl winning leading rusher plus their base salary since 2009. So going back to 2009, this is what the leading rusher in the game was paid. And just tell me if there's anything that jumps out at you upon first review. Maybe compared to the running back in Dallas.
Well, first of all, what's his salary? His base?
What? Somewhere between 10 and 12?
I can
$1 million?
give it to you. I want to say it's 16.
Yeah, that might
Unless
be
you're
after
talking about Tony
incentives.
Pollard.
This so last night, Pacheco under $1 million. Last year, Cam Akers under $1 million. Leonard Fournette, I think he tops this. Him and Percy Harvin, $2 million.
Actually, Harvin's barely a running back though. He's a slot guy, returner.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily the number one running back for these teams. It's just the leading rusher.
Right.
It's just insane to me that
Would you like the numbers?
there are people who want to keep Zeke around or don't think that's like the worst deal to ever
Give
happen.
us the Zeke
Yes,
number.
please do.
Cap hit in 2022 was $18.2 million.
Oh, no.
That included $12.4 million in cash. This upcoming year, his number drops down to $16.7 million and just under $11 million in cash. In 2026, his number would be a whopping $17 million. However, they do have an out this year, which he will likely restructure or be released to basically drop him at $11 million. Because if they would have dropped him today, as opposed to whatever June 8th or whatever it is, $30 million dead cap hit if they were to release Zeke today. So yeah, a little bit different than $2 million a year.
Takeaway from this is that you don't need a high-priced running back to win the Super Bowl, or we're paying Zeke too much.
Both.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard's cap hit, your most productive running back, $1.1 million.
Huh.
Unrestricted free agent. So he is about to be paid.
He's about to be paid or franchised, but still gonna get paid if he gets franchised. And I don't know, man.
The NFL running back is losing value.
Yeah, that's why our guy Bijan. I'm wondering, like, is there a chance he could slip to the second round?
Maybe.
I don't know. Someone's going to jump up there and get him.
Or someone grabs him in the first, pays him out throughout his rookie contract, and then lets someone else pay him after that. I guess.
It's sad for running backs a little bit.
They kind of get screwed.
But you know how these things go.
Yeah.
KJ's got some hot NFL combine takes.
Yeah.
Are you saying
I
that
think as we end this, go ahead.
I didn't know if this was going to directly relate to me and the slander I took for not being able to hit 5.2.
This guy didn't even have any notes in there speaking to it. Took the words right out of my mouth. As we wrap up the season, it's always nice to know, okay, what's next when it comes to the NFL? I feel like the combine is usually a month or so out. No, it's 2 weeks out this year. The first weekend in March, which seems rather soon, but with the prevalence of pro days being the primary spot where most of our top tier athletes will actually put their skills on display. That does create some distance between the draft in April, which will be in Kansas City, by the way, and the NFL Combine, which brings to note, we do have a bit of a bet payoff to talk about at some point, probably not today in depth, but two of the three of us will be participating in an NFL draft combine of sorts. We've got to narrow down like what our focus is here. David, who lost dip picks considerably, I brought up the 40-yard dash and set the over-under at 5.2. 5 seconds, 5.2 seconds.
Yeah, and since we talked about this on Thursday, a number of people, mainly one friend of the show, reached out and was like, hey, I watch a lot of kids run 40s. And I don't know anything about Dave's athletic prowess, but he ain't getting 5.2. So a lot of people doubting me, just like they doubted the Chiefs, just like they doubted Georgia. A lot of people are doubting the D-man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm one of them.
The number might move on this if the bets are to be heard. Like maybe it's up to 5.4 by the time that you actually run. Like who knows?
When was the last time you full out sprinted, top speed, all out?
You know the sprinting treadmill at Lifetime, not like the one that moves on its own. It's the one that you propel and you can get up.
No.
Okay. Well, using that probably
the banana one
3 months ago. Yeah. I used to do sprints on that somewhat regularly, just because I don't really like to run, but I need to do cardio. So if I can knock it out, in 30 minutes doing sprints as opposed to running for an hour and a half, I'll do that. That being said, it's been a while. I'm not really. When we put this on the calendar, when I'm going to do this, I will start preparing 6 weeks out, and not saying that I'm going to do anything crazy. I'm not going to get a coach. You guys wouldn't let me use the company card to get a trainer for 6 weeks, whatever. Or you wouldn't let me do a nutritionist either. Kind of fucked up, but we'll talk about that off air. But I'm going to prepare because my main goal in this is to not pull any muscles.
Yeah.
I say pull, tear even. I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah. That'd be bad news.
KJ once tore a hamstring, and it doesn't sound great.
It's easy to tweak a hammy.
Not good.
It's crazy easy to tweak a
good.
hammy.
Yeah.
Stretch, Dave.
Like
Stretch.
yoga's the only prep that I will do for any of these events once this is all sorted out. And, I'm willing to throw out that I could probably throw a number on like a bench press reps over under for myself. But, I don't like setting the lines for myself. And I haven't benched anything since I sold my squat rack in weights probably 14 or 15 months ago when we were getting ready to sell the house, since November of 21. So it's been a while.
All of us, I got to be honest, I'm more worried about the bench because I don't bench press either. And when I do, it's 90% of the time with dumbbells. And I have not lied down on a flat bench and just gone at it. We did something like this at a previous employer, and we weren't doing 225. We were doing one plate. So we were doing 135. And I think I hit 20 or 22, something like that. And I don't think I'm sniffing that. I would be happy with 15 this time around because I just don't do it, man. I'm very scared about my shoulders, so I just don't really do that much anymore. So I'm obviously setting the bar very low because I want to hit like 17 and blow your dicks off. Dylan, did you do a line for yourself?
Is that a cocaine thing?
No, for like what KJ was saying.
No, but if I am to also participate, and I might, just for funsies,
just to stunt on me,
just for funsies. My numbers will pale in comparison to the last, just like you said. I did 33 on the bench last time at 135. I won't sniff that now. I'm very confident in that. My 40, I'll be happy with a 5.3.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. We'll set a date. We're gonna do this. I think we've got connection to some local high school football teams around here. We might be able to get onto like a legit track and maybe get one of the coaches out there. Well, I'm going to work on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Can't wait, man.
I can't wait. You know what I can't wait for?
Learn a new language.
Learning a new language with our good friends at Babbel. For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college, it wasn't exactly the high point of our academic careers. Look, your boy took like what felt like 4 years of Spanish. And guess what? Didn't really retain a ton of it. But now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you're going to travel abroad, connect in a deeper way with your family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll use in the real world. I'm going to brush up on my Italian. How about that? As somebody who also took Italian in college, don't remember a ton of it.
Prego.
Thank you, Dillon.
That's one word.
KJ, what are you getting into?
I may go back and put to use my 3 years, including a year of AP Spanish. Just really nail that down. Not just so I can be the guy, that dad ordering at a restaurant, but so I could be, more comfortable conversationally. I've got some upcoming public presentations to do. Drop some bilingual portions in that and really blow people's socks off.
Really?
Man.
I figured you'd stick to English, but that's crazy.
KJ's really doing it to him.
God. Like, whoa.
Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. This is something. Other language learning apps, they use AI for their lessons plans. They're leveraging AI for lessons plans. What? Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. Experts, KJ. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent. What are you smirking at?
I'm smirking at like KJ tripping over himself trying to get like a Spanish sentence in when he's doing his next presentation just for no reason at all.
You're going to have to brush up on your Babbel, my friend. There's so many ways to learn with Babbel. You can. They've even got. Listen to this. They've even got podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to Babbel.com/bang. That's BABBEL.com/bang for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Be on the lookout for Demasiado Chapuzon soon.
JJ, man.
Spotify.
Oh,
it's too much dip in Spanish for those who don't know.
KJ, you got a bunch of stuff on the All-Star game. Why don't you...
No, I bumped it down. Let's just party. Let's just party.
Oh, shit.
All right, guy wants to party. I can tell him no. This is the part of the pod where we talk about sports and party.
Or a fiesta, if you will. Right, KJ?
KJ's going to have a lot of...
Fiesta.
What's this fucking guy doing?
Maybe I just drop the combine and I do a whole segment in Spanish, and that will be my payoff.
This guy's clearly new to Spanish. Why is he trying this?
I didn't know this would be available in multiple languages. NBA All-Star Week in SLUT.
That's so cheap.
Apparently.
That's so cheap.
It is very cheap.
No.
I'm getting all of my articles from Jezebel, by the way, which is where I received this headline. That the NBA All-Star Game would be in Salt Lake, Utah. You're supposed to say you forgot the C that's right in the middle, but hey, that's even dirtier.
As someone who was just in Salt Lake City, those people don't deserve this treatment, KJ.
That's fair. That is very fair. In fact, I know we have at least one like Salt Lake-based listener who's like a huge Rudy Gobert fan.
That's tough.
Don't know why I know that, but I felt real bad when he got traded. All right, anyways.
Ooh, full swing dropping Wednesday.
Yeah, NBA All-Star Games this week. They haven't talked about any of the participants, so let's talk about Full Swing. There was a Michelob commercial that said we could watch the first episode of Full Swing if you went back and did the QR code. Again, I bricked my night, so I haven't done that yet, so I'll catch it on Wednesday.
Not doing that. I don't do QR codes.
Yeah. Not since you lost your ass in the FTX QR code last year.
I don't want to talk about it. XFL
And then,
returning Saturday. KJ,
Yeah.
are you
We
suiting
got a
up for
big
anybody?
week ahead of us. My Arlington Renegades hat will be here in 5 to 9 business days once they process orders. Who knows? Hopefully before their season's over. I do think it's a little bit suspect when I can see the schedule for the games. I cannot see the rosters for the games. So who I'll be watching, I have no idea.
I know who I'm going to be watching this week at Riviera. The Cat's back.
That's right.
Tiger Woods playing the Genesis. Relatively flat course.
El Gato.
A really cool. Oh, yeah. Gato Grande. Let me help you out.
That's sick.
This is good. You should go drop that at your next interview, whatever it is. It's a flat course. Not a lot of undulations, not a lot of hills. So
You picked a good one.
he picked a good one. He's played well here. It's Riviera. It's one of my favorite courses to watch on TV. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching, Dillon. Do you really think that I'm not going to watch?
I'll probably also watch a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
It's in Naples, huh? Interesting.
The one in Italy or the one in Florida?
What are you talking about?
Florida. Wait, is this the golf course in Mexico?
No, this is in Los Angeles.
Oh.
What? Well, you said Riviera, so I looked up Riviera Golf Course.
God, KJ,
I like, where is it played at? It's the Genesis Open. How about you say that?
Pacific
I didn't know this.
Palisades.
God.
Thank you. That's much.
KJ.
That clicks in my head. Is this not
Okay.
the event when he left 2 years ago that he had his accident? Same thing, or 3 years ago?
You know what? I think that's right. He was doing some off-course deal, some promo, and that's where he was driving at high speeds. Definitely not on anything, just fell asleep at the wheel or whatever.
High speed, bad
Just
curve.
whipping that Cadillac. I don't know what he's driving.
I think it was a Genesis.
Oh, that would
Or Genesis,
that would
yeah.
make sense, wouldn't it?
Oh, you saw PGA Riviera Maya Golf Club.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
thrown off.
Okay, Jay.
Classic mistake, man.
Whatever. Deeper dive upcoming on the New Mexico State.
Yeah, they're not having a good season.
No, well,
Their basketball team is having the worst time.
You want to run it back?
yeah, I do want to run it back. Go for it.
What is run it back, you might be asking yourself? Well, it's a segment during which we talk about what we already talked about. Bro, we almost didn't even come into work today.
Fuck yeah, facts.
KJ breaks his Super Bowl experience. Trump now calls Ron DeSantis Meatball Ron. Dave wonders if someone pulled their whip out on the field in Arizona and dripped candy paint all over it.
People were asking.
I don't think they were. Jackson Mahomes has way too much real estate in Dillon's head. Dave just doesn't want to pull or tear his hammy during the combine. And finally, KJ is going to mash that bilingual button while giving his next presentation.
Here, let me give you a quick taste, real quick.
Read
One
us a
moment.
sentence that, like, type it in like Google Translate and like, how would you lead off your presentation?
Ron de albondigas. His meatball Ron in Spanish. There we go.
That's a weird way to start a presentation.
Yeah, what? Yeah, you probably shouldn't bring up politics in the middle of a. Especially while
Ron
with.
de albondigas. I can't even say it.
You need babble in your life.
I need
This
babble.
is pre-babble.
Exactly.
Just wait till you see KJ post-babble.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole different. We may just do the entire podcast in different languages. This is gonna be great. All right, well, we'll be back next week.
They're going to want to redo on that, aren't they?
No,
Okay.
I think that's their best read ever.
All right. Yeah, I hope so. All right. Bye.
Bye.
I want my chips
Gracias.
with the dip. That's all I know.
Okay.
I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.